Hi again, folks, and I'm back to make some commentaries and thoughts on the Undercover Boss Peavey episode. Um, some of you that I follow and many others on the internet and YouTube are quite pissed off. It's understandable. Um, I myself finally got a chance to catch the episode. Somebody actually posted it up on YouTube, so I caught the 42 minutes. For sure, I would definitely say, for the most part, it really didn't paint Peavey very good. And especially the more so that brief update at the end. But given Peavey's own statements, at the time in the filming, they actually had been in discussions with trying to organize their company. That said, when the show aired, and eventually when they did make those changes and decisions to do stuff, it does look that unfortunately the people that they made promises to were getting screwed over. But in that regard, you have to then ask yourself, is it really Hartley's fault? No. Hartley himself is, again, as he has said many times, and as others have said many times, has tried to put off bringing more China-produced stuff into Peavey in itself. Yes, there is apparently guitar amplifier and guitar manufacturers there in the US that don't use China-produced products, but I challenge yous out there to actually look at the individual components in a made in USA product and try to prove me wrong that there is not some even teeny weeny little component in there that is not made in the USA. Because it's in all components. So to say like, oh, it's all made in China, it's all shit, it's not made in the USA, and go on thinking, well, that everything is made in China, so fuck them, I'm not gonna buy their product. It's not really right. Again, those are people's, opinions and views on it, which, again, I also understand why people would probably want to boycott because of the way that they're treating their employees. Cortland, Hartley's son-in-law, definitely does not look like somebody who should be taken over for Hartley. And I mean, understandingly so, if you look at Hartley's NAMM videos that he did with the Tone King and everything else, it's not so much the reality of that he wants to step aside because he wants to, while he's still young, do his quote-unquote bucket list, but it's just the simple fact that Hartley's in his 60s. The reality is yeah, he's in decent health, but what the hell happens to Peavey if he dies? Does his wife take over? Does the son-in-law take over? Given the way the Undercover Boss episode came off, it really does make me wonder if maybe Hartley himself should actually revisit uh, who steps into his shoes and takes over the main part of the company when he does eventually retire and try to step away from the business. And Cortland, while at first kind of seemed decent, in the end, he just really doesn't seem to get the business. And this is something that somebody else online commented by the way he was doing stuff and saying things that, he really doesn't sound like he's really that much into guitar stuff or whatnot, and makes me wonder that actually if Cortland does go into Hartley's role, how much it's gonna fuck Peavey. And just before I kind of quickly end this, yes, if you want to boycott Peavey products because they are not currently being all made in the USA, or you think that they're somehow deceiving people and saying that they are when they're not. First of all, if you ever had a Valve King or ever tried a Valve King, they blatantly admitted it was their first made in China amp. And as far as I know, the Valve Kings had very good success. I don't know offhand of any of them breaking down or whatnot, but that said, to actually boycott a company that's trying to restructure to save other Americans' jobs, and maybe not necessarily to pad their own pockets, because let's face it, they've already got fucking tons of money to begin with, but trying to save jobs and keep jobs in the US. What advantage is it of you to screw all those other workers at Peavey that still have jobs by not providing sales of products to give them pay? And on that last thought, enjoying my little commentary, good or bad, comment, complain, whatever. Again, I just want to offer my view on what I watched and what I thought is the current situation. Again, I don't know if I actually will go with another Peavey product. Again, I really am in a position that I do want to get an actual good amp, and despite the negative PR and crap that's gone on, I really am kind of liking what I'm hearing about the Viper Pro. So, again, maybe I actually will be looking at more than one amp. Maybe, and this is, I'm putting it out there, anyone that might garner an interest or otherwise, maybe I'm going to look at reducing some of my guitars a bit, or changing my collection in general. Maybe to offer that versatility of having one or two amps to play through. Again, I don't need big, massive, high wattage, since I'm practically a home player. And just, I don't need professional solutions, even though probably a Viper Pro would be like that. But just to help with my expanding, growing, improved playing. It would probably be nice. Um, Again, I don't want to beg or ask people for donations per se, um, on things I might be interested in doing, but I'm not going to refuse help if people actually do want to help. But I'm definitely not the type to beg or outright ask, because it's something that should be freely done, and that's pretty much the bottom line. On that note, catch us later.